It's about time for a quick update on where I am with the whole CAN thing. Well, I did purchase a cheaper CAN interface. This one came from Farnell, but if you look on eBay and I think even on Amazon, this adapter or something very similar, USB to CAN adapter, is widely available through all sorts of outlets. I ended up buying it from Farnell because they had documentation for their variant and I thought that would help me. I can't get the thing to work under Windows or Linux. I spent about 8 hours trying to get it working with either of the operating systems and I can't get it to work. I think the only thing I would say is that maybe it works fine on the high-speed CAN 500 kilobits per second or whatever. And of course, I'm using 100 kilobit per second KCAN. But what's more, the KCAN or the slower speed CAN has different signaling levels. So CAN low goes from 0 to 4.5 volts, and CAN high goes from 4.5 volts down to 0, I think, and they flip over to give you the differential, the voltage differential. That's different to what you get with high-speed CAN, which has a midpoint of something like 3 volts and swings. CAN high swings above the 3 volts and CAN low swings below the 3 volts. And it could be that's upsetting. It may be the electrics of this just won't work with the low-speed CAN. So I'm back to the Korlan unit, which is still working fine, and I've got it working on my Raspberry Pi. So this is the interface to my Raspberry Pi, and you can see that it's clearly seeing all of the frames with the CAN IDs that I'm expecting, which is 2FA, 481 and 581, and you can see all of those going past there. I've also made some modifications to the code I wrote that I tested with my car with Windows, and I can send CAN frames. You can see the frequency of this has started to step up a bit because I'm now sending additional CAN frames with my software. So I'm pretty confident that the whole thing will work. So you can see I've still got the Airbag unit on my bench. I've still got the external power supply. I then come through this adapter, through the Korlan adapter, and over here is my Raspberry Pi. So I think in terms of packaging it all up and getting it to work, I can get it to work from a hardware point of view and from a software point of view. Of course, the thing I still don't know is what is the message ID that's missing, or what's the CAN interaction that's missing that will guarantee that the seatbelt and airbag lights will stay out on the dash. And I think the only way I'm going to do that is I am going to have to get an instrument cluster, wire it up with the airbag unit and see how the two of them interact. So that's my next step.